Hello, sophomores. This is Mr. Wood, and I just wanted to let you know that I am not in class right now, as I told you last week. I am in Peru with my family, so we are right now probably in the capital city of Lima. We're going to go to the city where my wife is from, Trujillo, in a little bit. But we are going to have regular days of class. I have these lessons recorded for you. Make sure you follow along. You will be accountable for all the work that is on here. So we want to make sure we get all our standards done and everything. So do the work the best job you can. You guys are awesome. Keep being awesome and listen to our great substitute teacher here. So if you haven't done so yet, make sure you get a do now slip from the back. So if you need to take a moment, actually I would do this. If there's two people on your table, send one person back to get two slips. And when they come back, why don't you fill out these two do now questions, name as many products as you can, where were they made and in what countries, and why don't you take about 2 to 3 minutes to get this done? And when you hand these in, I'll be grading these on content, not on speed. So go ahead and get this done. Our substitute teacher can push pause for now. Okay, now that you've written these down quietly, why don't you compare and share what you have with your neighbor? Take about 1 minute to get that done. Our substitute teacher, just go ahead and listen, and when they're ready, we will move ahead. Okay, now take your slips, make sure your name is on them, and why don't you pass those to the right and forward, and make sure our teacher gets them so we can put these in the grade book. Okay, excellent job, and go ahead and do that right now, and we will start to move ahead as you are passing those in. If our teacher needs to pause it right now so students can do that, pause for about 30 seconds and we'll move ahead. All right, well, I got out of the way there. Let's take a look at our next chapter, which is 2.3.1, Trade Networks of the Post-Classical Era. This is our packet for our chapter, so if our substitute teacher could please find 2 volunteers, just 2, to pass these out, make sure everybody gets one. When you get it, put your name on it. So if our substitute teacher could pass those out to 2 people and make sure everyone gets one of these. Okay, go ahead and you can do that right now. And again, pause as needed if we need a little time here, but let's look at our chapter. So it's 2.3.1, Trade Networks of the Classical and Post-Classical Era. So we're going to move into the Post-Classical Era right now. But these trade networks we talked about cover both the Classical Era from 600 BCE to 600 CE, all the way to the Post-Classical Era, which is over there up on the timeline. If you guys look over there, the Post-Classical Era says from 600 CE to 1450 CE. Here's our essential question, which will be an essay, which will be due. Our essential question is, how did the Silk Road, Indian Ocean, and Trans-Saharan trade networks change from the classical to post-classical era? Our objective will be this. Students will be able to, that's you, students will be able to understand how trade occurred on the Silk Road. That's our objective for today. Our agenda, we have a do now. You're going to watch and take notes in the Silk Road video. We're going to begin reading and taking notes in Silk Road in the Classical Era. And the homework for today, so let's look at our packet real quick when we are looking at our homework, because I think you all want to make sure we get caught up on that. So your homework for today, so in your packets, and don't worry, the readings will be passed out in just a minute. Your homework in your packet, you may underline this part. That is what we do in our video, part 1. Then, for your homework, our Silk Road reading here, so you want to circle that part right there. That's homework for today. And then go down, skip this optic for now, and this right here is also your homework for tonight. So that is our homework for tonight. And right now, if our substitute teacher could find 2 other people, and you guys are usually awesome about volunteering, who want to pass out these readings, please do that now. Pass those out to 2 people, and they can pass them out around the class, because you guys are great. And our readings are from part 1, the Silk Roads, you see right there. And you go down here, the Silk Road Network in the Post-Classical Era. So we're going to read about the Silk Road in the Classical Era and the Silk Road in the Post-Classical Era, and we will be taking notes on that. So go ahead and pass this out right now, and we will get to our lesson for today. All right, as those are being passed out, we will get our video lined up. So right now, our substitute teacher, you may pause me and you may show the video on the Silk Road. Go ahead and get that lined up right now. Okay, now that our video is done, let's do a turn and talk here real quick. So you may turn and talk with your neighbor. If you were alive back in the classical era, would you have wanted to travel the Silk Road? Why or why not? You may turn and talk to your neighbor next to you. Go ahead and start that now. For our sub, just make sure you give them about 45 seconds to a minute and then call on about 3 or 4 people randomly to read their answers. These guys are awesome. They do a great job of it. And now that you've had about 45 seconds, our great sub will pick on about 3 or 4 people to read their answers out loud. Slowly, clearly, loudly, and make sure you respect your classmates as they are speaking. All right, what we're going to do now is I'm going to have you guys get to your homework, so let's get working on this. Your assignment is to read this full page and to take notes on it. You may highlight, you may write notes in the margin. You may also use your note packet that has been handed to you to get your notes done in this box here and this box up here. That is your homework for tomorrow. It's supposed to be done. Our substitute teacher here will stop the class with about 3 to 4 minutes left to do our ticket out. So again, for our great substitute teacher, let them read. They're an awesome group. Let them take their notes. They can use a highlighter. Let's make sure it is being done quietly. And 3 to 4 minutes left. We'll do our ticket out. So go ahead. You guys may start. Get as much done as you can so you don't have much homework. All right, before we leave today, let's do a turn and talk. And reading talked a lot about diseases, so I just want you, a lot of diseases like plague spreading the Silk Road, people got sick back and forth, over this huge trade route covering many lands. So the question is, why do you think there were so many diseases like plague that killed people? These were diseases that spread with like viruses from coughing, from other things. Why do you think there were so many diseases that spread on the Silk Road? Take about 45 seconds to a minute, turn and talk with your neighbor. You may pause the video or substitute teacher right now. All right, now that we're back, now our substitute teacher will call on about 3 or 4 people to read their answers. And when this is done, you guys may leave and have a good day. Make sure you get both readings on the Silk Road done. That is your homework, and we'll have another great class tomorrow.